Alright, welcome to another speaking practice video by Johnny. So Miss Trâm is a one-on-one student right now and she is learning with me. And so today is going to be her practice for IELTS speaking. So Miss Trâm, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready right now.
Okay, let's do topic number 1, which is home and accommodation for part 1. So, Miss Trâm, what kind of housing or what kind of accommodation do you live in?
Well, I'm living in a apartment located in
An
the
apartment.
I'm living in an apartment located in the uh, western side of a small city in Canada, and it includes um, one bedroom, a kitchen, a small kitchen, and a living room. Yeah,
I see.
and yeah,
Yes.
and I live here for I've
I
lived here
have
for 3 years.
lived. I have lived there for.
I have lived there for 3 years. Um, since I moved to Canada in 2020, and I
Yes.
live here with my husband and my son.
So,
And
how long has so basically, do you plan to live there for a long time?
um, actually, I have a plan to move on to a different city, a bigger city. So I just live here uh, for just a short period of time, just just for settling down to get used to the life in the new country. So yeah, that's it.
I see. So, what do you usually do at home then?
Um, right now I'm the full-time mom of a 4-month-old boy, so I am staying home. I usually cooking. I usually do some cooking, cleaning, taking care of my boy, and studying. Um, yeah.
And
And
okay, so what is the difference between where you are living now and where you have lived in the past? So comparing the places, like how you feel about it, what's the difference between the transportation there, um, the atmosphere, the rooms, the decoration, everything, you know?
yeah. Yeah. Uh, in the past, I live in Vietnam, uh, staying with my parents in like an old-fashioned house. So my house back then were small, and my rooms so my room is not was not well
Oh,
decorated. Yeah, but
my room was not well decorated.
and when I moved here, I live in my old room. I decorated it in my old way, so I love it a lot. And the uh, speaking of the atmosphere, uh, I think the I think the air qualified here is better than
You
it
mean the
was.
air quality there is better?
Yes, the air
Quality.
quality is better.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think because of the green space around the building where I live in. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and to sum up, I prefer to live here with my husband and my son. So that's it.
I see. Right. So, Miss Trump, which room does your family spend most of the time in, and why?
Yeah. And so my family usually have like uh, activities together in the living room. We often I and my husband usually play with my child. Um,
Yes.
and actually we we eating we eat in the living room. We have meals in living room.
We have meals
Also,
in the living room.
yeah,
Yes.
yes.
So it seems
Also,
like the living
uh,
room is like a spot, a hot spot in the house, isn't it? Điểm nóng trong
hotspot.
nhà. It's like hot spot.
Yeah. So
Like a
it seems
hot
like my
spot in the house. Yeah.
yeah hotspot house.
Right. Oh, so tell me, how are the transport facilities to your home? Like, how do people get there? Is it by bus, by metro, by train, or by airplane, or on foot, or whatever? Is it easy to get to your home, or does it take a long amount of time and effort to get to your home? You
Okay.
know.
To be honest, the public transportations here is not good. It not as good as it is um, in the in bigger cities, and but fortunately, the building where I live is located near like primary schools and universities. So there are many like commuting means of transportation like bus. So it's I find it easy for people to get to my home. So I think it's one of the conveniences to live here.
No conveniences to live there. Okay, I see. Okay, good now. So, do you prefer to live in a house or an apartment flat? And why? Cái câu này nó chỉ là có part one thôi nha. Like only a part
Yeah,
one question, but you don't have to try so hard for this one, you know.
yeah. In my opinion, I prefer to live in a house. Uh, mm,
A house in a house.
Despite of being living in in an apartment right now, because two fun reasons. Firstly, I like to have my own space, to like garden, to like have my own room of you know um, my old room decorated. Um, yeah, and also living in a house, so I will have like
Yes.
yeah, and also I have a fear of the height. So so if I had to choose, would choose a house.
I see. Right. So you also mentioned that you are quite traditional in that way. So I understand. So how is the room you live in then? Like, is it how's it decorated?
Uh, okay. Yeah. For my dream căn phòng mơ ước gì? Dream
My
room.
dream room, the room of my
Yeah,
dream.
yeah. Let's say the room of my dream. Dream. Um, I good. I would
What? Say
decorate it.
again. Say again. Say again.
I good.
I
I
good là
would.
gì nhỉ? Sai ngữ pháp rồi.
Yeah.
The room I
I
live
will.
in is quite good. Let's say
It's quite
it's quite good.
okay. It's quite good. Um, So so let's say about the room of my dream, which is quite good. I mean, it's not too old that I have to spend much time for maintenance, and I would like to decorate it with uh, white and gray because these are two of my favorite colors. So and also I want to have the old makeup table in it. Um, yeah, and besides I would like a cái khu vực để bỏ đồ là gì anh? Khu vực để mình
Bỏ đồ để làm cái gì mới được chứ?
giống như là mình treo đồ mình.
Like the clothes hanging area?
Yeah, clothes hanging area. Yeah,
Like, is it like
clothes
a kind
hanging
of balcony
area.
that you hang your clothes or something?
Yeah, I mean that.
Is it like a kind of clothes area when you hang your clothes or something?
Yes. So it's
Hello?
a clothes hanging area, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And so I would like to have like a clothes hanging area. Uh, mm, yeah, because I'm passionate. I'm passionate about clothes. So that's the room
Okay.
that I'm dreaming
Right.
to.
So tell me, what part of your home do you like the most? Like, is it a balcony, the kitchen, the living room, the ceiling? Like, any part of your home do you like the most?
So
Like
for the area,
your favorite spot, the place in your house, the part of your house you like the most.
yeah. So the most favorite part of my house, I think, is kitchen because I and my husband like cooking. We usually cook for many dishes together and also preparing meals for my son. So we find that we find I find that is the way to relieve the stress after a hard working day.
Okay.
And yeah, and um, also we usually talk to each other while cooking. So yeah, I can say it's the best place to do activities mm, in my
I
home.
see. Okay, I see. Is there anything you want to change about the place you are living now?
Um, see. Okay. Um, uh, if I want to change something about my apartment where I live in, I would like to change two things. Firstly, I will install a AC là gì anh ta? Atmosphere.
The
Anh
atmosphere, the vibe, cái không khí á, cái không khí hoặc là cái vibe
yeah,
của cái nơi
yeah.
đó,
No, I
giống như
mean
cái không
AC.
khí, cái khí chất của cái nơi đó, là mình cảm thấy
No, I mean I will install a an air conditioner. An air conditioner because in Canada, the winter lasts longer than the summer. So my apartment just already equipped with the heat pump.
the heater.
So it's so we have it. We have no AC right now. So I would like
Heater.
a air conditioner,
You
heater.
like it to have air conditioner right now?
Yes, air
Interesting.
conditioner because like the summers is coming.
If
the
you can
comment.
afford it, why not, right?
Yeah, and also I can afford for that, and
I can
yeah,
afford that. Không có for that.
and
And also I can
I can
afford that.
afford
I can
that.
afford that.
I can afford that. Yeah, and also one thing I would like to change is the light colors um in my um in my room, because the bulb here
Because
is every bulbs here, every bulb, bóng đèn đúng không anh? Em phát âm đúng không?
bulb. Every light bulb.
every every light bulb here is yellow,
Oh, you
so
don't
it's,
like the
I
yellow
think,
light bulbs, right?
and yeah, and also it's not um bright enough for me,
I see.
so
I
yeah.
see. I don't know why, but Vietnamese people always want to have like white light because
Yeah.
I do love to have yellow light, you know, because I feel like yellow light is provide much more charm and it's warmer, you know. Nó cung cấp nhiều cái
But the
sự
thing
mà
is, it's
charm,
just suitable for sleeping or like something, but
romantic setting, yeah.
yeah, romantic setting. But like for playing or something, I prefer to have the white bulb.
I see your point. All right. Okay, let's go to part 2. Okay, so yesterday we did a few. Let's go to part 2 something. Okay. I think we did the number 2 already, did we? About famous person. Did we do that?
Not yet.
We haven't, I see. Okay, let's try number 2 then. Describe a famous person you are interested in. Miêu tả một cái người nổi tiếng mà bạn hứng thú với cái người đó. Remember, interesting and interested is different, okay? Tính từ chủ động, interesting, nó miêu tả cái trạng, nó miêu tả cái bản chất sự vật sự việc. Và nó mang lại cái cảm giác interested ở cái người nhìn thấy nó. Còn tính từ bị động, interested, nó miêu tả cái gì? Miêu tả cái trạng thái, cái cảm giác. Like for example, you are interested because something else is interesting. You know? Cái đừng có dùng sai cái tính từ chủ động bị động này nha. Giống như exciting, excited, interesting, interested vậy đó. Describe a famous person you are interested in. Miêu tả một người nổi tiếng mà bạn hứng thú. You should say who he or she is. Cái người này là ai vậy? How you knew about him or her. Làm thế nào bạn đã biết cái người này? So, past tense, you know, quá khứ. What he or she is like. Cái người đó như thế nào? Tức là like personality. What they did. Họ đã làm gì? Tính cách của họ ra sao? Explain why you are interested in him or her. Giải thích tại sao bạn lại hứng thú về cái người này. And part 3 of famous person, of course. What kinds of famous people are there in your country? Đất nước bạn có những loại người nổi tiếng nào? Like think about what fields they work in, what they did, the activities that they do, you know. What are the differences between famous people today and those in the past? Những người nổi tiếng ngày nay và những người nổi tiếng trong quá khứ có sự khác biệt nào hay không? Of course, once again, how they dress. What kind of moral code do they follow? Họ tuân theo cái moral code or code of conduct. Code of conduct. Nó gọi là một cái, họ tuân theo cái lề lối về đạo đức như thế nào. Ví dụ như là nghệ sĩ, người nổi tiếng ngày xưa, người ta rất là trọng, người ta rất là tôn trọng khán giả luôn. Nhưng mà người nổi tiếng ngày nay thì cảm giác như là coi khán giả không ra gì. Sometimes I feel like famous people these days, they do not respect their audiences enough compared to famous people in the past, you know. That's just what I feel, okay? It depends also on what you say as well. Think about how they what they wear, their appearance, you know, cái ngoại hình của họ chẳng hạn. Like there are activities. Những người nổi tiếng quá khứ có tham gia nhiều hoạt động từ thiện không? Do they participate a lot in like charity work, you know, charity activities? And how about like scandals, về những cái phốt thì sao, những cái scandal thì sao? And the way they cách thể hiện của họ, the way they express themselves, is it different? And also, let's go to the next question. Should celebrity contribute more to the country that they live in? Why? Celebrities, những người mà nổi tiếng. Celebrity can be like, you know, people who are famous for any reason, you know. Có thể là người nổi tiếng vì bất kỳ cái lý do nào nha. Chứ không phải là chỉ cần là diễn viên hay ca sĩ đâu nha. Not just singer or actors. They can be famous because of any reason. Like for example, Mr. John, for example, your teacher. If I reach 1 million subscribers, I become a celebrity online, for example. You know, you never know, things could happen.
Sắp rồi anh.
Nhiều chuyện lạ lùng có thể diễn ra lắm, you know. You never know. Okay. Những người nổi tiếng có nên cống hiến nhiều hơn cho đất nước mà họ đang sống không? Tại sao? Think about contribution. What they can do. What they can do using their fame. Dùng cái sự nổi tiếng đó họ thể làm được cái điều gì? To help their country better, you know. Giúp đất nước của họ được tốt hơn ha. Like contribute to building xây dựng nhà dưỡng lão, xây dựng trẻ mồ côi, viện mồ côi, like building orphanages and old people's homes, những cái nhà dành cho người già, old people's homes, building like shelter, những cái nơi mà trú ngụ, shelters for the poor people, for example, nơi trú ngụ dành cho người nghèo chẳng hạn. Or they can contribute their money to improve certain fields of a country. Có thể là họ cống hiến cái sức lực, tài năng và cái tiền bạc của họ để mà xây dựng những cái mảng của đất nước chẳng hạn. But the question here focuses on should they contribute more, okay?
Yeah.
It's not about contribution only. It's about contributing more, you know. Cái câu này nó nói về, nó không có nhấn vào cái chuyện là những người nổi tiếng có nên cống hiến hay không, mà nó nhấn vào cái chuyện là người nổi tiếng có nên cống hiến hơn không. You understand the difference, right? Có nên cống hiến thêm không, hơn không cho đất nước mà họ sống. Thì đương nhiên ai cũng phải cống hiến rồi, nhưng mà họ có nên cống hiến hơn không? Cho nên đừng có trả lời câu này sai nha. Don't answer this question in the wrong way, okay? Be careful. Ví dụ như họ hơn người thường chỗ nào? Like, do they have better means? They have better means to help the poor, for example. Họ có nhiều phương cách tốt hơn để giúp đỡ người nghèo chẳng hạn. Because they are richer, of course, they are more famous. Whatever they say, people will listen. Bất kỳ cái gì họ nói, con người ta cũng sẽ đều lắng nghe cả, cho nên là có tiếng nói hơn nhiều á. So they are at a much better position to do beneficial activities for the community. Họ ở một cái vị thế tốt hơn nhiều luôn á, để mà làm những hoạt động có lợi cho cộng đồng. Because whatever they do, the community will listen, you know. Con người ta lúc nào cũng khoái gọi là nghe người nổi tiếng hơn là những người thường, of course. Okay. Next question. Do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields? Bạn có nghĩ rằng những người nổi tiếng là nhất thiết phải giỏi trong những lĩnh vực của họ không? Like, you know, certain famous people, they are famous, but they are not necessarily very good in their fields. But it's because they are famous because of connections. They're famous because of what they did for the community. They're famous for what they did in the past. But when it comes to the field of their training, they're not that good. Có nhiều người ta nổi tiếng vì cái quan hệ của họ, hoặc là những điều mà từ thiện họ đã làm chẳng hạn, hoạt động họ đã làm chẳng hạn. Nhưng mà khi mà đến cái ngành mà được huấn luyện đó, họ không có tốt lắm, không giỏi lắm. You know. Alright, so try to give examples, you know, more examples. Mà nhớ một điều là task 3 nó không có nói về bản thân. Cái part 2, part 3 á, thường nó không có nói về bản thân các bạn đâu. Cho nên đừng có cho ví dụ cá nhân của mình vào part 3 nha. Don't use personal examples in part 3, okay? Just give examples on the news, on the internet or something like that. Cho ví dụ trên mạng, trên internet gì đó, vân vân. Okay. Hoặc là ví dụ chung, or general examples, not including yourself, okay? Không bao gồm bản thân hay là bạn bè của mình chẳng hạn. No, don't do that. Okay, do you think the media is putting too much attention on famous people? Bạn có nghĩ truyền thông đang đặt quá nhiều sự chú ý lên người nổi tiếng hay không? Like compared to other stories and other kind of people, you know? So sánh với người bình thường và thì tại sao truyền thông có đang đặt quá nhiều chú ý lên người nổi tiếng như hạn? Và nói lý do tại sao nữa nha. Tại vì bán được để có thể chạy quảng cáo được, để có thể thu hút sự chú ý của quần chúng. To attract public attention, you know. To attract public attention. To be able to earn more profits, để có thể kiếm được nhiều lãi suất, lợi nhuận, kiếm được nhiều lợi nhuận hơn. Thì mấy bài báo với lại mấy cái truyền thông nó thường làm như vậy. If people do not pay attention to their news, they wouldn't be able to earn that much, you know. So that's why you see so many stories. You see so many headline stories. Những câu chuyện mà trên cái tiêu đề mặt báo á, you see so many headline stories which are not about topical news. Những tin tức nổi trội, nóng hổi, mà cuối cùng lại toàn những tin mà lá cải về đời tư của mấy người nổi tiếng. You don't see much topical news on headline stories, but you often see like story about breaking up of celebrities, story about scandals, story about the wrongdoings of celebrities, những điều làm sai của những người nổi tiếng ha. Bóc phốt ha. Người này chia tay người kia, ai gay, ai lesbian, vân vân. Oh my god, a lot of these stories, crazy. Okay, last question. Do you think that famous people deserve to have their privacy protected? Or privacy protected? Bạn có nghĩ người nổi tiếng xứng đáng để mà được bảo vệ cái sự mà riêng tư cá nhân của họ không? Think about paparazzi, you know.
Yep.
Paparazzi sợ săn ảnh lúc nào cũng bám theo làm phiền. Paparazzi always follow famous people just to get good pictures, snap good pictures, you know. and they are really annoying, extremely intrusive, cực kỳ là intrusive, xâm phạm đời tư. And sometimes they invade into the homes of celebrity. Đôi khi họ xâm nhập vào nhà của những người nổi tiếng luôn á. Đặt máy nghe trộm. To put tapes and box to spy on those people, để mà làm gián điệp, spy on those people, để mà nghe trộm. To spy on those people. Okay, you have some time to think about this one now. Okay, you can describe a famous person you are interested in now.
Okay. Let's talk about famous person that excited in. Is
Wait, that you are interested in.
interested in.
Interested in.
Interested in is Mr. Thanh Lộc, who is
I know him.
actor, an actor and theater artist, and I knew him through a play for children, which called Once Upon a Time, and and uh, and I was impressed by his acting skills. And speaking of his characteristic, uh, he's very kind and generous, and and also I I'm interested in his um, attitude when
Attitudes.
attitude when answering the questions posed by the press or interviewers, and which is very calm, which words very calm and understandable, and also he's a person who is out of scandal. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, and yeah, that's why. That's
Is
it.
that all?
That's
And is that all? You want to do
yeah,
it once again because the fluency is not that great. Cái fluency đang rất là tệ luôn á.
yeah.
Okay, let's try that once again. Describe a famous person you are interested in. Let's try again.
Okay. Uh, if I have to choose a famous person who I'm interested in,
Interested. Âm đầu, những âm đầu.
interest, interested in, interested in,
Interested.
interested, interested in. If I had to choose a famous person whom I'm interested in, I would choose Mr. Thanh Lộc, who is
Mr. ST.
Mr.
Mr.
I would choose Mr. Thanh Lộc, who is an actor and a theater artist.
Sorry.
And the reason I knew him is that I once watched a children play, which which he called Once Upon a Time on YouTube, and I was impressed by his acting skill. Um, and in speaking of his characteristic, he's a very kind and generous man, and also I I am excited in the way that he answers the questions posed by the press and interviewers.
Okay.
Um, yeah, which is very calm, which was very calm and understandable for me. And and by that, and also his and
Yes.
inspiring person for me, like
Sorry.
to
He's a gì?
inspirate inspirating
Inspirational.
person,
He's an inspiring. Nó là chữ inspiring mới đúng nha. Còn
inspiring
inspirational là
inspiring
mang
person.
tính cảm hứng, còn inspiring mới là người đem lại cảm hứng.
Yeah,
He's an inspiring person for me. Okay, good.
yeah. So he's also an inspiring person for me, like to discover, to like learn something new about the art, like
Okay.
films, movies, or theater.
Okay.
I could say, yeah.
All right. So, what kinds of famous people are there in your country?
So let's say there are many kinds of celebrities in my
Celebrities. There are many kind of
nation.
celebrities.
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 So let's say there are many different celebrities in my nation. Um, for example, the movie actors, movie stars, um, movie stars,
Okay. What else then? Who else then? We also have famous people who are very
singers,
rich, who are
singers,
super rich, you
movie
know.
star, singers, yeah, super rich people or super rich, the super rich. Đại gia là gì
Right.
anh?
Let's just say we don't have exactly those words in English, but we just say the super rich.
The super
Những
rich.
người những người
Siêu
siêu
giàu.
giàu. Giống như the rich,
À,
the poor đó, the super rich. We have the super rich.
so I could say there are many different celebrities in my nation. For example, the artists, the singers, the super rich. I could say, and they are famous, or any person who are famous for the scandals, like
Yes.
a a YouTuber that uh, scandalous, a YouTuber
Oh
who
my
is
god, these days you
scandalous,
can see so many scandalous YouTubers, and
so many.
they even create scandal just to get more attention,
They just create
They
uh
even create a lot of scandals just to get
they
more attention.
to get more attention. They just they just create scandal just to get more attention from public. Yeah. Uh, so
All right. Okay, so what are the differences between famous people today and those in the past then? What do you think?
so in my opinion, there's some like differences between the celebrities today and in the past. Let's talk about the charity works first. Um, today, of the famous people, they focus. I think they focus more on um, contributing to society, uh,
Contributing more to the society, yeah?
to society, and and also I think it's a good way to like buy to sell themselves, um to like improve their images. uh it's the way,
Yes.
yeah. And uh and also for the like
The
to the
attitude,
public
their attitude.
attitude, the attitude to public. This way, I mean, in the past, the artists or famous people, they respected the audiences, the the audiences is better than did they do in recent days. So, uh, and moreover, let's talk about the way that they express themselves. Um, today, I mean, today, nowadays, um, famous people or celebrities, they like, I think they have more freedom to can show their characteristic or their opinions about something, or like you can see in you can see it's easily for you or me to see like celebrity wearing or putting on some like strange or weird dress on street right nowadays. And so yeah, um, so that's all I can like
That's all I can
notice
say.
the differences.
Alright, so should celebrity contribute more to the country that they live in? Why?
Okay. So in my opinion, I think celebrities should um contribute more than normal people to a nation where they live in because of two foreign reasons. Firstly, I think they
Nói
are
vậy nó hơi
richer.
bị nói vậy nó hơi bị giống văn viết đó.
Oh yeah.
For two main reasons.
For two main
The first one is cái đầu tiên là
for two main
cái chữ
reasons.
firstly nó nghe nó rất là giống như văn viết rồi đó. Let's
Yeah.
just say the first one is cái đầu tiên là
The first one is they have like a better means to help people.
okay.
Um, yeah, I mean, they are well-known people. They are famous for their like for their scandal, for example. So, um, mm, so they have like with the help of the press or their team or equipe, they can um, spread their help to more people like poor people in the remote areas. So um, and also the salary or the money that they make is and
Yes.
the second is they are richer, the much richer than normal people. Let's say their salary or like thù lao là cát
Compensation or salary.
compensation,
No.
compensation đúng không?
Compensation. Sự bù trả
Compensation,
hay là thù lao nha.
compensation, yeah.
Yes.
Or their salary is much higher than like standard
Like the normal
living.
standard, like compared to the normal citizen, like a normal office worker, for example, right?
Yeah,
Or a
standards.
normal worker salary, or
So
the average, compared to the average, nếu so sánh với lại trung bình, compared to the average, you know.
yeah. So I mean, it's much richer uh, than normal people
So
with
they are
their
much richer. They
they
are
are
much
much
richer.
they are much richer than normal people with the higher salary or compensation compared to the average. So so by doing like charity works, they can like uh, sao ta?
What do you mean? Sao ta? Lúc đi thi cái tự nhiên sao ta, kiểu như là rồi xong.
Là em
Kiểu
nghĩ
điểm
là
đáng chịu.
kiểu như họ làm những cái charity work thì họ sẽ like họ sẽ làm giảm khoảng cách.
Giàu nghèo.
Yeah, yeah, space.
They will
Nói chung là
basically
hồi xưa có học rồi mà quên hết rồi đó.
to make the gap between
Yeah,
the
the rich and the
rich
poor.
and the poor narrower.
Yeah,
Hoặc là dùng động từ to narrow á.
yeah, yes.
To narrow the gap between the rich and the poor.
So, yeah, để em nói lại nha.
Alright, let's try that once again. Should celebrities contribute more to the country that they live in? Why? Tại vì cái fluency mà nó quá tệ luôn thì sẽ bị điểm chỉ cỡ khoảng 5.5 à.
Yeah. Không, bởi
Alright,
vì
should
cái
celebrity.
topic này nó khoai thì.
Nó không khoai tại vì thực sự cái này nó toàn là những cái topic bình thường thôi. It's actually
Yeah.
easy. Okay, so should celebrities contribute more to the country that they live in? Why?
Yeah. So in my opinion, the famous people should contribute more than normal people to the nation where they live in because of two main reasons. Um, for the first reasons is that they have better means to help people. By this I mean, with the help of their team or equipe or the press, they could reach many as
Reach, y kéo dài. They could
could
reach.
reach they could reach more people, more poor people in remote areas, uh, or like can spread the love and the messages to the public or like to the public, I mean. And the second reason is that they are much richer than normal people, which a high with their higher salary or compensation compared to the average. So by like doing charity works or like having building orphanages or old people's home
Orphanages.
orphanages orphanages or old people's home, they can help to make the gap between the rich and the poor narrower.
Good. Okay. That's a bit better. Now, do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields?
So honestly, I don't think the famous people
The
are
famous people?
the
Nó không có
famous.
mạo từ xác định the tại vì famous people nói riêng mà nói chung mà. You're talking about famous people in general, so no the.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in my opinion, I think famous people uh, they are not necessarily good in their field, um, because uh, somehow they are well known by any reason like their connections with many people or like what they did in the past. Câu này em hơi
Yes. Like compared to what they did in the past. So
kỳ.
give more example and you will be okay.
So and like let's say about like
Let's talk about.
let's talk about second famous people I feel.
Alright, so do you think the media is putting too much attention on famous people? Let's see, well, let's say what do you see online these days? Anytime you read online messages or you see on social media, what do you see?
Okay, yeah, Yeah, I do agree with the give me a second. Em cần phải bình tĩnh lại.
Okay, just slowly. It's okay. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Take a deep
Yeah.
breath, like a yoga, and then start again.
Okay. Yeah, I do agree that with the phenomena that the media is putting too much attention to celebrities
On
nowadays,
putting too much attention on
putting too much attention on the
on.
celebrity nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah. I could say it's easier in the recent days. It's easier to see like headline stories with um with the news about the um celebrities, what they do, what they are wearing on events, and I think because of two main reasons. Is the press.
Mm-hmm.
The two main reasons is the way that they could make money through like um the the breaking news about the celebrity because it can attract more attract more um public attention. So more and more people uh likely are likely to reach that news, and then like boring news, let's say for example politics, um weather, something, yeah. and and for the second reasons is that um make
Yes.
money.
In order to attract more viewers and to earn more, the media has to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, beside of the money they can earn more viewers, more audiences, and to get like more followers for the pages on Facebook or like on YouTube. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you think that famous people deserve to have their privacy protected? Let's try. Let's try this one.
so famous people, they are also, yeah, I think famous people they also the họ cũng là
Yes.
con người sao anh?
They are also
They also,
people too. They are also humans. They're also
yeah, they're also
humans. They're also
humans.
people
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know.
I think famous people, they are also humans, so they have the right to be respect, to be
To be
respected,
respected. To be respected.
to be respected. Um, at least privacy, at least privacy. I mean,
Yes.
nowadays, many like paparazzis, they have like they invade, they can invade the homes of celebrities and to spy on those people. So, um, um, so it can make these people feel stressed and bị xâm phạm,
To
stressed,
be intrude. To be
and
invaded. Their privacy
yeah,
could be invaded.
stressed
Could
and
be.
invaded. Less
Anything else?
em nói lại, em nói lại. In my
Okay. Xé
opinion,
nháp làm lại. Cho xé
famous
nháp làm
people.
lại. Okay.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think famous people. have the right to be respected um, by other people because they also humans, so they have the right to be protected their privacy. Nowadays, many paparazzis they invade into the homes of celebrities to spy on those people, like to make monies or to create the breaking news on the headline story. So it can make these famous people feel stressed and invaded. So I think it's not good to do that um, because it can make the celebrities um, feel
It's not
đó
just
bắt
about
đầu
a feeling. It's not just about a feeling of celebrities, but this is basic human right. Cái này nó là basic human rights. Nó là cái quyền con người cơ bản, là được bảo vệ khỏi những cái chuyện như thế này. It's a basic human right to be protected from like dangers or protected from like people who want to exploit them, you know. Thực sự là câu chuyện nổi tiếng luôn á, người mà dễ bị, mà con người nổi tiếng dễ bị xâm phạm chính là câu chuyện của Britney Spears á. You
yeah
know about this story about Britney Spears?
yeah
When people are famous, many people want to exploit them. Rất nhiều người muốn lợi dụng, lạm dụng bằng đủ mọi cách luôn á. And it's very hard to live a life if you are famous. You remember that. Many people
yeah
try to exploit you.
yes
Đúng là đĩa đói luôn á. Well, think about that one. It's not just about privacy, but also about their own life, to take control of their own life, to take control of their own life, you know.
yeah uh, take control of their own life. Ok, để em nói lại nha.
Okay, you can do it,
Ok nhé.
baby.
Yeah,
Don't worry, I'm a very patient man.
yeah. Okay. Um, in my opinion, famous people they have uh, they have the right to be respected with their privacy. Um, I mean, nowadays many paparazzis they
Paparazzi, paparazzi,
paparazzis they
paparazzi, paparazzi,
paparazzis yeah
paparazzi, paparazzi, paparazzi.
paparazzis paparazzi. So nowadays, more and more paparazzis who have invaded into the homes of celebrities to spy on those people, like to make money through breaking news on famous people's story or uh, their own life, and also um, it can be a means of taking control of their life, and as a result, the celebrity can be limited in freedom to express themselves, like they cannot wear what they want, what they like on street, or also they can uh, you know like they have to be pay more attention on the way they talk in public. I mean
Well, that was okay-ish. Not the best, but it's okay. Now, let's try something else.
Trời ơi, không được rồi, cái này là phải viết, đọc lại rồi.
No, you shouldn't do that. Okay, let's try number 10 now. It's something related to the topic you just talked about. Cái chủ đề về truyền thông xã hội nè. Or maybe I feel like 13 is actually a bit easier for you. Let's do 13 now. Describe a company that employs many people. Miêu tả một công ty mà nó thuê mướn rất là nhiều người. You should say what it does. Công ty đó làm về cái gì? How many people it employs? Nó thuê bao nhiêu người? What kind of people work there? Những kiểu người nào làm việc ở đó? Like what kind of personality of the people, you know? What fields do they work there?
Yeah.
Explain how you feel about it. Bạn cảm thấy nào về điều đó? And then part 3 of companies. Should big companies be punished more seriously if they break the law? Nếu mà những công ty lớn mà phạm luật đi, họ có nên bị trừng phạt một cách mà nghiêm túc hơn, một cách nghiêm trọng hơn không? Bị trừng phạt mà nhiều hơn, nặng hơn không nếu mà họ phá luật hay là phạm luật? Think about the fact that trốn thuế, if they evade tax. Danh từ của nó là tax evasion as a noun, sự trốn thuế. For example, or if they pollute the environment, or if they exploit their workforce. Nếu mà họ vi phạm theo cái kiểu mà họ vắt kiệt sức lực lao động của họ, phạm luật lao động á. Yeah, if they violate the labor law, phạm phải luật lao động, phạm luật lao động. Ví dụ như luật lao động là chỉ được thử việc cỡ 2 tháng thôi. Like for example, probation period. Nó gọi là thời gian thử việc. The probation period according to the Vietnamese labor law is only 2 months, okay? And also about if you work more than 8 hours, you should receive a bonus. Nếu mà làm việc hơn 10 tiếng, nếu làm việc hơn 8 tiếng một ngày thì phải được bonus bao nhiêu đó. And all the benefits, tất cả những cái lợi ích nữa. Like healthcare, free health checkup for example, paid leave, nghỉ được trả tiền, nghỉ mình vẫn được trả tiền, đó là paid leave. Nghỉ thai sản, we have maternal leave, nó gọi là nghỉ thai sản. And also we have other things like insurance, of course, có bảo hiểm. These things are included in the labor law, okay? Tất cả đều nằm trong luật lao động hết á.
Yeah.
So if big companies break the law by breaking these labor law, for example, or if they pollute the environment, if they evade tax or something like that, should they be punished more seriously? Họ có nên bị trừng phạt nghiêm túc, nghiêm trọng, trừng phạt nặng hơn không? And the next question, should big companies donate more to charities? Những công ty lớn có nên là quyên góp tiền hay quyên góp nhiều hơn cho từ thiện không? To donate to charity.
More.
Quyên góp cho từ thiện nhiều hơn hay không? And why? What's that? What's the problem, Miss Trâm? Don't touch your head too much, otherwise you start losing hair because of IELTS. Coi chừng rụng tóc đấy. Học xong cái rụng hết. Học xong IELTS cái rụng tóc hết. I know. Come on. Which one is worse? Taking care of a baby or studying for IELTS? Which one is worse? You can do it, Trâm. You can do it. Làm được. You can do it. What are the good and the bad things? about working for a big company. You know, in Vietnam, many people want to work for big company because of prestige, right? Prestige.
Yeah.
Prestige. Sự danh
Prestige.
giá. Vì sự danh giá con tôi làm việc đó, ví dụ như là con tôi làm việc công ty lớn, chẳng công ty cô Vượng chẳng hạn, something like that. Prestige, you know. Because of prestige and to keep face, giữ thể diện. To keep face, để giữ thể diện. A lot of Vietnamese people, they work for big company because of prestige. Even though it's very stressful and they have a lot of deadlines and the salary is not that great. You know. Now, what are the good and the bad thing about working for big companies? Cái điều tốt nào và điều tệ nào để làm việc những công ty lớn? How about doing overtime? Doing overtime, but they don't get paid. Có khi nha, làm đến tận 10 giờ không được trả thêm tiền nha. Alright, what are the differences between big companies and small companies? Có những sự khác biệt nào giữa công ty lớn và công ty nhỏ không? You used to work, right? Of course. So, Trâm, I think you should know the answer for these questions. And then, should companies and corporations have the responsibility to take care of its workforce? Những công ty và tập đoàn có nên có nghĩa vụ, trách nhiệm để mà chăm sóc cái lực lượng lao động của nó hay không? Like for example, what happens if there is an accident? Nếu mà có tai nạn chẳng hạn, if there's an accident, should the company take care of its worker? Phải gửi đến bệnh viện xong rồi trả tiền viện phí dù cho người ta chẳng hạn, like taking them to the hospital and paying a part or the main part of their hospital fees, for example. Và nếu lỡ chết, if they are dead, for example, the company should take care of funeral and try to help their family, you know. Chứ không phải là phủi tay cái này giống như là chết rồi thôi kiếm người khác, you know. What something like that, you know. Alright, you should also explain why you choose that way. Why you think they should take care of its workforce, for example. Alright, you have some time now. Your turn. Please describe a company that employs many people.
So, it's a company that include many people. I could say Pfizer, which is a multi-nation company, a pharmaceutical multi-nation company. And so it manufactures drugs, medicines for helping people dealing with diseases or any disorders. And I can say it employs millions of people working in many different departments. I can say researching and development department, selling, marketing or management, and
Management.
management. And I could say the employees are working there. They orig they Their origins from varieties is from varieties of fields. I mean, they can be workers, they can be accountants, they can be pharmacists, they can be researchers, or something else. And also, when talking to Pfizer, I can imagine a huge company with giant buildings and uh, numerous people working there with professional. like cái phong cách style, professional style. Yeah, it's so impressive.
All right. So, should big companies be punished more seriously if they break the law? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's the good. No, give me a second. Uh, yeah, if big companies break the law, they should be punished more seriously. I can say, for example, Pfizer or
Pfizer, which
any.
is a German pharmaceutical company, right?
No, it's the
Một công
US.
ty dược phẩm của Đức, German pharmaceutical company.
Yeah. So let's say Pfizer, a German pharmaceutical company. Um, in the past, they have like um, they had do they did tham nhũng là gì anh hả? Corruption.
Corruption.
Yeah, like corruption, like dishonest deal with government, like to like to um, market to market to marketing to marketing the medicines for people. So when the public found out this dishonest deal, so the Pfizer was bị phạt là gì anh? Were fined.
Would be fine.
Yeah, was fined with like millions dollars. So by this, many like different pharmaceutical companies, they will like they will they would consider to be like follow the law um, more like uh, yeah, the different companies will like learn learn this lesson and follow the law better. And also, by punishing the big companies when they break the laws, is the good way to like protect the um,
Protect
labor
the
law,
what?
the protect the labor law for workers. I mean, sometimes the companies like they don't pay for workers who work overtime, or like they don't like provide any like benefits like health checkup, annual health checkup, or insurance. So by punishing this company, the workers will be like protected
Okay.
from from this breaking law.
Okay, so should companies donate more to charities? You should definitely go home and redo those questions, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so let's try the next question. Should big companies donate more to charities? What do you think?
Khó vậy?
Hmm?
Không nói sao?
Okay, let's try the next one easier. What are the good and bad things about working for a big company? Công ty lớn thì nó có cái gì? Nhiều tiền, of course. They have more money. So they have the more better means to donate a lot for the charity chẳng hạn. Nó có nhiều tiền lắm, công ty lớn mà. So of course it's much easier for them to be able to donate to charity, for example. Try it. Come on, try it.
Câu câu đó đi anh. I think, in my opinion, big companies should donate more to charity because of two main reasons.
Okay.
For the at first, big company they have like much more um, fund, more money
Much more funding or money,
more
yeah,
much
to be
more
able
funding,
to.
to be able to like contribute to society than smaller ones. Um, and uh, and also and moreover, um, do charities is the way to like increase the living standard of the society. So in return, the society will like can like bring more benefit to this company. For
Yeah, so it's a
example, like
win-win situation, một tình huống cả hai
yeah,
bên
it's
đều
a
thắng.
win-win
It's a
situation. For
win-win situation, yeah.
It's a win-win situation. For example, um, like
Yes. For example, Vingroup, they have lots and lots of money.
yeah,
Just joking, of course. Of course they do.
yeah. For example, Vingroup, they when they do
Which
charity,
is one of
they
the
can
richest corporation in Vietnam, yeah.
yeah, which is a rich corporation in Vietnam. When they do charities or society workings, they can improve their images in public, so more and more people will know about their companies, their uh, corporations, so they can sell more and more devices like household devices or electrical gadgets. So yeah, I can say it's like a means of marketing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a means of marketing, I see. Right, đó là một cách để mà tiếp thị đấy, chính xác luôn á. It's a mean of marketing too. Right, so what are the good and bad things about working for a big company then? What do you think?
Yeah, let's say working for a big company has pros and cons. Let's say about the advantages first. Working for like this company can like uh, a way to give face. I mean, traditionally, uh, when you work for the big corporation corporations, um, no.
Yes, I'm
so
listening.
yeah, corporation. Um, your parents will be like
We'll be very proud of you. We'll be like
yeah, will
ready
be
to.
very proud of
Uh huh.
yeah, your parents will be very proud of you, and because of its prestige, of its reputation, and also for the benefit of the big companies, I think it's
Of
better
course, they
than
will try
small.
to squeeze as much as possible from you. Yes, and then you receive those benefits. There's nothing come for free.
So I think it's for the big company, they will have the more benefits than smaller ones, like
Yes.
annual health checkup, uh, um, maternal leave, paid leave. I mean, but in contrast, working for the big companies, they will like exploit your um, cái cái khai thác
Yes.
khai exploit
To
your
exploit the workforce, right? Để mà không phải khai thác mà
yeah,
exploit people có nghĩa là lạm dụng đó, lợi dụng
yeah.
sức lao
A
động chẳng
big
hạn.
company will exploit their workforce as much as possible.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes the workers working there will find that stressful, and like stressful after a long period of working there.
I see.
And
All right. Okay, so what are the differences between big companies and small companies? Don't tell me it's their size, okay? Một cái to cái nhỏ. Okay, try it. Okay, try it.
um, about the difference between the big and smaller companies, I can say about the the benefit for their workforce. I mean, for the big company, they have a bigger funding, a bigger funding, so they will um, provide workers with giống như lặp lại cái ý của những câu khác rồi anh nhỉ?
Uh-huh. Nhưng mà nó lại nói về những điều khác mà. Công ty lớn, công ty nhỏ nó khác nhau về kích thước hoạt động. It's different in their mode of operation as well. Cái cách thức nó hoạt động cũng khác nhau đó nha. Mode of operation. And also, big companies often target different markets. Nó thường nó đụng tới, nó làm mục tiêu là nhiều cái thị trường khác nhau. They often target different markets compared to smaller companies, you know. And also
Yeah.
big companies, they hire a much more people than smaller companies. Và cái rủi ro để làm việc cho những công ty lớn á, nó cũng ít hơn rủi ro làm việc công ty nhỏ. Big companies are less likely to go bankrupt, you know. But it
Yes.
depends, of course. Đương nhiên cũng tùy thuộc nữa, tùy thuộc nhiều trường hợp nữa.
Okay. Okay, em nói lại. Okay, let's talk about the differences between the big companies and smaller ones. At first, the structures or the mode of operation, the big companies they have like a more complex, đúng không ta? More
More
complex
complex what?
of human resources. I mean, they employ much more people than smaller ones, and so they have like more complex structures of operation. And for the market, the big companies they aim to like bigger, huge, more a bigger market than smaller companies. So, um, so so as a result, you can see multinational companies um, and the big companies they invest in more fields. I mean, they can invest in fashions, in health, and like
Yes.
healthcare, in um or something like that. Yeah, but just small companies, they just focus on like one or at least two fields because smaller funding.
Okay. All right. Good, good, good. Let's try the last one. Should companies and corporations have the responsibility to take care of its workforce? Like I told you before,
Yeah.
what would
So
happen in case of an accident, for example, or in case of a layoff, you know, a
yeah,
mass layoff. Một sự gọi là đuổi việc hàng loạt, cho nghỉ việc hàng loạt. In case of a mass layoff because of you know, a bad economy.
yeah.
Should companies and corporations have the responsibility to take care of its workforce?
Yeah. Yeah, in my opinion, companies and corporations should be responsible of their workforce because of two main following reasons. At first, human resources is the most important think of the company. They are the worker. They are people who bring benefits, who bring monies for this company or corporation. So it's very it's important to take care of them. And the second one is that the money they spend for the benefits of workforce, is like much smaller than the money they have to like employ a new one. Let's say
You mean when they hire new workers, they
yeah,
have to spend money to train them, you know?
yeah, to train
Training
them.
takes
They
money,
have
you know?
to spend more money and time to train the new one. So, so as a result, taking care of their human resources can in general, can be the good way to like operate the the good. Nói chung là em đang em đang cố dùng cái cách nói khác đi để tránh lặp từ.
Right, good. So, okay, it's good now, I think, for today. I think it's been long enough. Alright, so I'll see you on Wednesday then. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh á, để mà các bạn có thể được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.